Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, exiles of the land. I am Mountie Carl, the Exile Mounties, and here to bring you a very specific how-to guide on how to start your adventure as an exile. If you are unfamiliar, Conan Exiles is the game that we're going to be playing, and if you are not familiar with survival games, this is very much like Ark Survival Evolved, and it is roughly in the same place that Ark was when it was first released and into early release. However, if you are new to survival games, well, hopefully this will cover it, and you'll be able to get right into it. So let's get to the character creation. It doesn't really matter what you look like or anything like that. Just go ahead and pick a character. Facial hair is not in the game yet, so it doesn't matter what your character is in regards to race or religion just yet. So that will only matter whenever those perks are put into the game at a later date, which they'll probably let you respec and remake your character once you do that. Now, this game does offer full nudity, so you are forewarned. There is a lot of nudity if you are on a full nudity filter, but we won't be showing you any of that, hopefully. But I would highly recommend you making yourself, if you are on a full nudity server, go ahead and take that slider all the way up, make yourself the biggest donger, or if you're female, go ahead and slide it all the way to the right, make yourself some big old titties. Whichever is your flavor. You want small titties, you can go ahead and have small titties, but just be warned, if you're on a server with full nudity, you will see a ton of dong and a ton of bush, a ton of titties all over the exile camps, so you have been warned. Okay, so we made our character and we are now getting cut down off the cross, and you will follow these next steps because we will need to start hoofing it because things get really killy from here on out. Everything is going to kill you. Everything in the main area of the game wants you to die, including yourself. You will try to murder yourself. You just don't know it yet. Your first goal is to stay alive, and that is the main goal. So if you stick around the desert area, looking at pretty stones, sticks, bushes, whatever the ruins are, you are going to die of thirst within a matter of minutes. Now, it doesn't say this, but in order to stay alive, you're going to need to use the E key and try to interact with everything. This is your main key. You see a bush, press E. You see a branch, press E. You see a rock on the ground, press E. If in doubt, press E to see if you can use it. Hold it down. It'll bring up a wheel so you can interact with it. Drinking from the stream, which is going to be very important in a few minutes once we get there. Hold it down, look at E, look at the stream. There you go, you got it. Let's start heading toward the giant rock formations off into the distance. Don't turn around. If you go toward the green wall, you will die. You'll just walk through the wall and it will kill you because that bracelet that you're wearing, that is basically your death sentence. So you will try to kill yourself that way. I did it. I explored out there. I tried to kill myself, but don't do it. Just head toward the other way. Head north. Okay, so with all of the cool stuff that you're collecting, you're going to want to hit the I key and open up your menu and go ahead and we're going to start making ourselves a couple pairs of clothing, which we should already have some crafting recipes. You're going to make some clothing, you're going to make a pickaxe, because a pickaxe is going to be used as a weapon and a mining tool, and it's going to help us to survive in this next part. So go ahead and do those. That way you're not going to be butt naked, just totally butt naked all the time. You're going to have a pickaxe and you're going to have at least some clothes. The clothing is basically just grabbing plant fiber and making yourself some linen and stuff like that. So once we do that, we're going to move on to this next part and we'll get going. Now, everything you do is going to give you XP. So that you're going to want to start mining rocks and trees once you get some food in you and some drink, because you want to stay alive. So you can go ahead, bushes give you some sort of insect that you can go ahead and eat until you can go ahead and kill some animals for food and make a campfire. That's a little bit down the road, but this will allow you to start gathering resources for building, because you want to start building a house as soon as you can. You want to make a bedroll first, then you want to make a house. Also, it's important when you level up to select the apprentice survival and the starting stonemason than it is to get clothing. It's very important. Skip the clothing, but just enjoy being butt naked out there for a bit and start putting points into learning how to build walls and stuff, because it will save you more than a cloth shirt will. Now, once you've learned the building part, build a house with a bed. It doesn't really matter how big the house is. Just make a small house so that you can get inside. This should be without a doubt the very first thing you do. If you don't, you will start over in the desert when you die, and it sucks to have to run back every single time. When you die and respawn, get another bedroll ready and put it down. Bedrolls are a one-time use. You want to keep using them over and over again until you can get a bed that you can keep logging into. Conan Exiles is also an RPG, so when you level up, you need to point points into attributes. I would suggest getting your strength to 5, your vitality to 5, and then your encumbrance to 5 first. This will let you hit enemies harder, which is strength. You'll have more health, which is the vitality, and you'll be able to carry more items, which is encumbrance. Each of these are vital to starting out. So once you get those up, you can put stuff into other stats, but keep in mind that there is a level cap of 50, so you will need to strategically think about the way you use your points and put points into attributes, and crafting is the same way. You only have so many points to learn recipes, so you want to go ahead and make sure that you're in that zone and that you're thinking about that, whether you want to be armor crafter, weapon crafter. If you join a guild, then you want to basically see what they need as opposed to just going off and building your own, because what's going to happen is you're going to only be able to go down one track, and you're going to end up getting to level 50 and only be able to do like some of the base stuff. So now that we have a house, drank water, and did all of these steps, you are probably hungry. So when you kill something, you can hit it on the ground. It'll be lying down on the ground, and you can get food and hide from it. Once you do that, make a campfire and get that cooking. Look and see what it takes to build a campfire and get that just cooking. If you are dying, you can go ahead and eat the raw food, but you will probably get food poisoning and begin to die from that. Like I said, everything's trying to kill you, even your own body. So if you eat raw meat, you're going to get food poisoning, you're going to try and die. I would try and stay away from alligator areas. There's tons of crocodiles, not alligators. There's tons of crocodiles. Everything wants to kill you. If you see an enemy, just try and stay away from it, because it's going to try and kill you. So that's really the beginning that you need to know to get started. As we progress into the game, we'll get more and more in-depth into the other stuff that you can do. Personally, I chose a server that's right for me, and you should probably do the same, one that's very reliable, because and if you don't have your own server, nothing sucks worse than joining a server, spending a ton of time in it, and then going to the server you spent a ton of time on and finding out that it's gone from the list, or you can't join it because the owner didn't update it or something like that. In fact, I'll flash the server that I am on, and you can come and join my adventures as well. We run a pretty dedicated role-playing PvP server. People are relaxed and friendly, and things aren't too crowded yet. So pro tip though, there are houses and a small visitor center near the start to provide you with some shelter at the beginning. I try to build some stuff at the very beginning of my server so that you guys can do it. We have buildings destruction is off, so you can't go raiding other people's buildings just yet. We might turn that on at a later time once we get more and more people in the server and people get up to speed. But right now it's just kind of it's more of a relaxed roleplay server, so keep that in mind when joining. But yeah, everybody's welcome to join, and I'll flash that up again. So there you go, and feel free to join. And if you do, go ahead, look for Mounty Curl, and I will be there, and I will try and help you out as much as possible. So that's my time, and thank you for watching. We'll be doing some more crafting guides and how-tos on Conan Exiles to help you get things going, and even teach you about stuff that you don't even know that you need yet, like capturing thralls. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're looking for more help on this game, and if you enjoyed one of our many other games that we play regularly. But for all of us here at Gun Brothers Gaming, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Mounty out.